First, I want to start off by saying today I could not be happier for the game of baseball and all the baseball fans that today that Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson are finally eligible for the Hall of Fame. I'll start with Shoeless Joe Jackson, who was one of the greatest hitters of his time, in a time where Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb and Tris Speaker and all those guys played. Shoeless Joe Jackson, it was just, he was great. He was outstanding. A guy who batted 400, in the season. And it was forever immortalized in the movie Field of Dreams, of course, by Ray Liotta. Rest in peace. But, somebody who's never, even in the World Series that he was considered to quote-unquote throw, he batted 375. He didn't even, it's just a shame that it took all this time that, unfortunately he didn't live to see himself get into the Hall of Fame. And then Pete Rose, yeah, he might have gambled on sports, but he never bet against his team. He only bet on his team, and you want to gamble this, that, this. But you know what? Pete Rose was a one-of-a-kind baseball player, the all-time hits leader, which we all know that record is never going to be broken. Unless it's just not possible. No one is breaking that record. I can't imagine anybody possibly breaking that record. Ichiro broke that record, and he started playing in Japan, and all together between the playing in Japan and then playing here. But one league playing, it's just not going to happen. So I say congrats to those two guys. A lot of people still don't want those guys in there. Well, to them, I say, you know what I mean? I'm just overwhelmed and happy for them to get into Hall of Fame. Because now it's only a matter of, now the next touchy subject would be, it's only a matter of time until we get the next group of Hall of Famers in, which would be Roger Clemens, Alex Rodriguez, and Barry Bonds. Because no matter what everybody says about them, those guys deserve to be in the Hall of Fame too. Because in an era when the game was after the strike and the game was going down the drains, these guys just took advantage of a rule that wasn't there at that time. And you know what? They took advantage of it and they used it to their advantage, and they brought baseball back from the brink. So I think those guys eventually will get in too. I don't know if we're going to have to wait till they pass away, but so be it. Anyway, that's my take on this, and I'm very happy to see those guys get in, and it always